Well, I was lucky enough this year to get this 60-inch 3-drawer workbench from Harbor Freight as an addition to my shop. So here's a unboxing and assembly of the workbench. It is a heavy unit. It is a 2-person lift, but once you get it to pretty much where you need it, it is easy to assemble by yourself. They did do a good job packaging everything up, especially the hardware packs are all put together similar to any prefab furniture you might get. I was thinking about building my own workbench, but didn't really want to waste the time in putting that together, so I figured this would be a good place to start until I start building some more projects and get more comfortable. The tabletop is heavy. It is kind of deceiving because you would think that it would be like a 2-inch thick top, but it's not. It's got a small band across the top. They did put a lot of foam and best light foam and cardboard to make sure that pieces didn't rub too much. I did notice while I was putting it together there were some boards that I guess must have moved while they were shipping it, so it does have some light scratches, but it's a workbench. If it doesn't have a scratch now, I'm gonna put a scratch in it when I start working on it. So this Harbor Freight bench does have a wood vise and the bench dogs, so that's a good feature. I haven't used bench dogs in forever, and I haven't actually used a wood vise shoot probably since high school, so that'll be good additions to the shop. And it does have 3 lined drawers as well, so you always can benefit from having more drawer space. And it has a nice little shelf underneath as well. And behind you can see right under that Craftsman sign, that's where it's gonna be. So I did a little shop cleanup a few weeks ago, and I put some of my benchtop tools on a makeshift workbench for now, so now I don't have to struggle with throwing them on temporary benches. Pretty much everything you get. Here is the hardware pack with the bench dogs and the grips and everything you need. They of course also gave you some spare hardware. Now everything is designed to go together with toggles and the Allen key. I don't like using the Allen key, so the first thing I did was I opened up this case and sized it to a bit that I could throw in my drill bit. So I usually, now that I've got so many drills, I usually like to keep a Phillips bit in one, and then I'll put this hex head in the other, so this way I can just grab each drill and don't have to worry about switching the bits out. And so to begin with, you have the 2 sides and this bottom shelf, and I just start by taking these toggles apart and putting that little screw in there and lining it up. They do recommend having 2 people help you put this together, but I had no issue doing it on my own. As long as you take your time, it's pretty straightforward. The instructions weren't as clear as I would have liked them to be, but I still managed. I think eventually too I may add casters with locks to the bottom of this, just so I could roll it from where it'll stand to the center of the room. For the top. This centerpiece was nice. They put some dowel pins to align it. and then just securing it with a few screws. I think the weight rating on this bench is about 600 pounds, so that's nice. Now here I just put the legs on top of the base, and now I'm going to secure it with more screws. And you can see here where they have those side pieces to give it that faux look. Again, it would have been nicer if the top was a little bit thicker, but I think this will work out well for what I need. I do have a few more wood vices that I may add to this table eventually as well. Now for the drawer installation. And if you look closely, I think I put these drawer sides on backwards here. I ended up flipping them because there's a tab that holds them in place once you assemble it. Here's that felt lined bottom that just goes into that groove. And actually assembling this on the table was nice. It gives me an idea of, the height, and we're building other projects on this will be pretty easy. A lot better than my go-to folding table that I currently use. Workbench was actually on sale at Harbor Freight. Usually it's $170, $180. It's on sale for $130 if you join the Insiders track, which I had another project where it benefited me to join. So, and they send you weekly or monthly coupons and discounts for other tools. I know some people really dislike Harbor Freight, but if you go in understanding what you are buying and how you will be using it, you shouldn't have an issue. I mean, I wouldn't go there and buy any of their power tools, but their hand tools have never let me down. And I've used some of their tool carts as well, and they're perfectly fine for how I use them. I'm not a car mechanic, and I don't use pneumatic tools or impact wrenches that often. But for what I need, it gets me by. And you can't beat the price. I was nervous when I did put these drawers in. They were really stiff, but once you open and close them a few times, they started to work in. Wasn't any issue then. The two top drawers, and now, I had to put the wood vise. They have a little washer with a screw to prevent the vise from being able to be run all the way out, so it won't fall out on you. And here is the larger drawer. And I learned after installing the smaller drawers to really watch those tracks. But it goes together the same way, and it's still felt lined. And just a few small screws. And that's pretty much it. So if you have an interest in buying this is how easy it is to put together. I don't think it took me more than maybe a half an hour to assemble it and get it where it needed to be. Now I'll just clear the spot and set it in its home for now. Like I said, I may also get some casters just so I can roll it around for when I'm doing the projects. But hope you enjoyed the video. If you'd like, subscribe, and I'll have some more videos out here soon. Thanks for watching.